What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Today, as you can see, we're going to unbox and review the brand new for 2015 Astro A40 Plus MixAmp Pro. So this is the edition of the A40 that does come with the MixAmp Pro. You can also get the Xbox One version that basically comes with a replacement for the headset adapter for your Xbox One controller. This one works with the PS4, PS3, PC, and Macintosh. And as you can see, it's a huge box. It's got like a ton of stuff in here. I think there's going to be a lot of cables. Obviously, we got the headset, we got the MixAmp. There's a ton of stuff in here. So I'm going to get right into unboxing this. This video is going to happen in 3 parts. The first part, obviously, is going to be the unboxing. The second part is going to be a full review. And finally, I will share with you guys what the mic sounds like. So I'll do a couple of mic tests and let you guys know how the mic sounds, because that is very important to a lot of people at this point, especially with you know, how many people are streaming on Twitch or doing YouTube videos, and they want to use a good microphone, and hopefully their headset has one. So Astro's A40 has never been the best headset in the world, and I'm really hoping that they've really improved it here. So wow, check that out. That looks really cool. So it's kind of this gray color, and I was expecting black just based on the box. It's got like a chrome kind of hinge here. I don't know, the slider. And it's a nice dark gray with kind of white highlights and a white headband there. The earphone pads are gray and very soft. This reminds me of the A50s that I just reviewed. Nice big headphones. Your ears should be able to fit into those nicely. Let's put that to the side and see what else is inside this box. Alright, here obviously is the MixAmp. I really have liked Astro's MixAmps in the past. They have a lot of functionality to them. Let's take that out of there. And they're really easy to use. So this is your master volume. You plug your headset and your game audio and your chat audio all into this. And this gives you a control for your master volume. You got your power button here. You got your levels here so you can change the sound profile of your headset. You got your Dolby surround sound here. And then this is where you adjust either your game sound or your voice sound to kind of mix up which has a higher priority inside your headset. I really have always liked the Astro MixAmp, and this one seems pretty good too. So let's put this aside and see what's inside of here. I'm guessing we're going to have quite a few cables. This is our new microphone. The new microphone does look different for the 2015 edition. What I'm hoping for is that it sounds different. I'm really hoping that this is going to sound much better than the older versions of the Astro A40 microphone. It certainly looks cool, though. Put that aside and see what else is in here. Alright, now we got some cables. So we're just going to take all these cables out and get this box out of our way. Got the quick start guide there. I can't get that out. There we go. Oh, I'm dropping cables. Put that to the side. Alright, so as far as documentation goes, you basically have a quick setup guide. It's going to give you, basically what your system is and how to set everything up. These directions are very easy to follow. It's very nice. Little card saying, "Do not return your gear to the store." So let's see what we got for cables. This is a digital optical cable. It's got kind of the coax connector on one end and a standard connector on the other. It's a nice long cable too, so that should be very easy to hook up. Got a jack for, I believe this is going to be a jack that goes between the MixAmp and the headset itself. Got a very long USB cable. This probably powers your Astro MixAmp. This looks like a chat cable going between like an Xbox stereo adapter and your headset. And then we got a splitter. This probably goes, let me see, does this fit for this? No, this fits for this. Yeah, so my guess is that this is for your PC or Mac so that you can plug in your mic and your audio into your Mac. So that's about it. Let's take another look at this headset and let's get this MixAmp over here. The headset feels nicer than the old A40s, I'll tell you, to be honest. Let's plug in the microphone here. These are also removable covers here. They're just held on magnetically. You can actually switch which side your microphone is on the old one. Let's see if you can still do that. Yeah, so you can put your microphone on either side, whatever your preference is. I think that's a nice feature. The microphone will just kind of snap in here. It just waves in like that. It doesn't have the same functionality as the A50, where if you put it up, it mutes it. You actually have to mute it yourself. I kind of like the look of these things. I really like that chrome look on the posts there, and I like how they've taken the cloth off the top here and kind of replaced that with graphics and plastic. Very nice looking headset. See, it's got white wires instead of red on the inside there. It is a very slick looking headset. I think it's pretty nice looking. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the unboxing. Now let's start gaming, and I'll bring you a full review in just a minute, as well as a microphone test. Alright guys, I'm back, and I'm ready to share with you my review of the Astro A40 headset. I want to start off by talking about comfort. Comfort is, I think, one of the most important features of a headset. If it's not comfortable, you're not going to want to wear it. Basically, it'll become a wasted purchase. I think that Astro makes some of the most comfortable headsets out there. I'm really impressed by the A40, just like I was by the A50 before it. I find that the ear cups are made out of a very soft material. The foam is very soft, as well as the covering around it. It's almost like a flannel-like material. It's really comfortable. There's plenty of padding there. The ear cups are big enough for your whole ear to actually fit inside of, so it's not pushing on your ear. If you got sensitive ears, that can cause actual pain. The top of the headset has plenty of padding up here. It didn't create any hot spots on the top of my head. Again, it was just a very comfortable headset. There's not so much pressure squeezing in that it's going to start squeezing your brain. However, you know, it is worth noting that when I kind of move around, it does kind of adjust a little bit. So it's not quite, you know, really secure there. So if you tend to be a very animated gamer, you might have trouble with this headset actually moving around on your head. The microphone swivels down, and a feature of the A40 is that you can actually move the microphone to either side by just moving these plates around, which is a really nice feature, I think. If you have a preference over which side you'd rather have your mic on, that's very nice. The microphone is nice and adjustable. It swivels up and down, actually 360 degrees. And this thing, you know, pretty much stays where you put it, depending on where you bend it. And I did find that you want this mic to be pretty close to your mouth, closer than most mics that I've tested. So yeah, comfort-wise, it's a home run. Astro does a really good job comfort-wise, and that's one of the reasons I really prefer Astro headsets over some of their competitors. Sound quality. I love the sound of this headset. Part of that is due to the MixAmp powering the headset, but part of that is just due to the sound of the headset itself. It sounds great. I listened to some music. I listened to some games. I played some games. In Destiny, for instance, when I was walking around farming for spin metal or chess, I could hear the kind of ringing that they make from pretty far away and very distinctly. And that's something that you're only going to be able to hear from far away with a decent headset. With music, you know, bass was punchy, highs were good, the mid-range was fine, you know, the whole thing just sounded good. And one of the nice features about the MixAmp is that you can actually plug in an MP3 player or your computer, and this mixes the game and the music while you're playing. And that's great. So you can play Destiny while listening to, let's say, the Guardian of the Galaxy soundtrack. So, you know, it's a really nice feature, and since the headset itself sounds so good, it makes it a very enjoyable feature too. So that's going to be it for sound quality. Like I said, sound quality, it sounds great. I want to talk about the MixAmp a little bit because there's so much interesting stuff happening in this MixAmp. A lot of you will see that it looks a lot like the older MixAmp. It really does. It's got a little bit of new styling, some orange. The plastic kind of goes around the edges more than it used to. But for the most part, it really does look like the older MixAmp. And that's a good thing because the old MixAmp was really good. So I'm going to take you a walk through this MixAmp just so you understand what's going on here. Up here you got a power button. This is your main volume knob. Controls your master volume, and it gets pretty loud. This knob down here actually controls the mix between your voice, chat audio, and your game audio. And that's really handy to have, especially if you keep this thing, near you while you're gaming, because you constantly can be adjusting that based on how loud the people in your game are. Some people have like really loud mics, and other people you can hardly hear, so it's really nice to have that kind of handy. Also, there is a sound mode button here. You can choose between 4 different sound modes, and they're really useful. If you want to do like a media, like if you're watching a movie and you want to use the headset to watch the movie, you can turn it to media mode. If you want to do pro mode, so you play a little Call of Duty and you want to hear the footsteps, it really accentuates that kind of stuff, and that's really nice. And then it's got the surround sound on and off button here. That's it for buttons. Other than that, it's very, very simple to use. But the genius of this box is how many connections it has on it. So it's got a USB connector here. That allows you to either plug it into your PS4, your PS3, or your computer. And you actually get audio and game sound and chat through that USB port. So it's a really convenient way to do it. And it sounds great when it's hooked up to either a PS4 or a computer. It's a really convenient way to do it. Now, most of the way I play with it is I have that USB port plugged into my PS4 there, and then I have a kind of a headphone line running from the MP3 port to my computer so that I can use iTunes to control what I'm listening to while I'm gaming. Like if I'm playing some Call of Duty, I can be listening to some music, because you've heard that music 100 times in Call of Duty. You don't need to hear it anymore. Another really cool port is the stream port. You can send that out to your mic input on your computer, and what this does is it basically passes through all the sound that is coming to this out of that port at a nice, easy to record level, and sends it to your computer in a nice, easy to record way. So if you plan on doing some streaming, or if you want to record live commentaries, it's a very, very easy way to do it, because what you're allowing the MixAmp to do is mix your video game noises, your microphone noises, and your chat. All of that stuff is coming right out of here, and it just makes it really easy to record. The last thing I want to talk about is the optical. You do have to plug this in optical if you want surround sound. It sounds awesome. I used it on my PS4. I played Call of Duty, I played Destiny, and it just sounds amazing. Once you step up to a surround sound headset, it's hard to go back, because having that kind of immersion of 3-dimensional sound is really, really cool. There's a few ports up at the front as well. There's a couple of pass-through ports, so you can use this like if you're going to a tournament or something, or you're playing with friends. You can actually connect these things together and kind of daisy chain them for your chat to all kind of share without having to go through the game system. That's not going to be super useful for most people, but it is there and can be used. This port is if you're using it with Xbox One or a Xbox 360. It is the smaller 2.5 millimeter style jack. So it does not come with a cable that will connect this to an Xbox One controller or headset adapter. You'll have to get that on your own. But it will work with an Xbox One headset adapter, so you can use this with an Xbox One, which is nice. It also has a headphone port here. That is where you actually plug your headset into. So it comes out the front, while the rest of your connections are out the back. It makes for a nicer setup. It is a lot of wires on your desk or in your game center, but it works, and it is a lot of wires. But unless you step up to like something like the A40 for wireless, you're pretty much stuck with that. I do want to talk about the cable for the headset. It's a nice cable. It's kind of this rubberized finish. It doesn't seem to tangle very easily. And hanging off, this is where it plugs into the headset. It's also got this little mute switch down here, so it's very easy to use. Red is mute, up is regular. Again, it's very easy to use, and it's nice to have it kind of always dangling somewhere where you know exactly where it's going to be in case a dog starts barking or somebody walks into the room and wants to start talking about something personal. That kind of stuff happens to me all the time, and I'm always looking for that mute switch. So, last thing I want to talk about is the overall build quality. I like the build quality of the Astro headsets. They are expensive, though. $250 for this headset plus the MixAmp. And that's a lot of money to spend on a headset. I do think that these are a nice quality. I've been using Astro headsets for a while. I have had problems with them in the past, but I found that Astro support is good enough that I feel confident in buying their products in the future because they've been really good about helping me out with any problems I've had in the past. So at $250, I don't know that I gotta say that this is like a really awesome built headset. There's a lot of plastic around it. This is all plastic. It's cool that they kind of chromed out this bit of metal, this tubular piece here. I like the way it looks. I like the wires kind of being exposed there. I think it's really cool looking. I can't really honestly say that it looks like a $250 headset. You know, it's an older design at this point. They didn't really change much cosmetically. I would have liked to see them change a little bit more for 2015, but you know, it's a solid headset. I've never had a problem with any of the plastic breaking. The only problem I've ever had is electronics. So, and like I said before, Astro is very good with support. Microphone, that's the last thing I want to talk about in this review. And initially I was going to say, man, they really messed up the microphone here. It doesn't sound that good. I'm going to amend that a little bit. It still doesn't sound great, but it has one feature that I think is very, very valuable. It does not pick up outside noises at all. Like, it's almost miraculous with this. Now, I was recording myself talking on my PC a little bit, and you know, I had to really amp up the gain, so you know, it's not a very sensitive microphone. I think that's part of the issue here. But what it does in a really great way is that if you have a air conditioner running in your room, or somebody's mowing the lawn, or even a dog barking in the house, this microphone just doesn't pick it up. So, you know, if you have a lot of background noise in your life and you don't want to have it amp through your microphone, this is a great option. It's not going to sound great. Like if you want to record videos or you want to start your YouTube career and use the Astro A40 mic to do that, I don't think it's really a great option. I think you're better off getting something, a better mic, to be honest with you. But as far as for gaming, I had no complaints. I talked to plenty of people who actually, nobody had any complaints with the mics whatsoever. And I think it's fine for gaming, but like I said, it's just not that clear. It doesn't sound full-bodied and rich like the microphone you're listening to now. So I'll put a voice sample at the very end of this video so you can actually hear for yourself. Do keep in mind, though, with that voice sample is that the nice thing about it is that it just does not pick up ambient noise, which is really nice. I wish that more microphones were like that, because I play with a lot of people. Maybe that they got kids in the background talking, or you know, a dog barking, and you know, it can get abrasive after a while. So I like that feature for it. So overall, I'm going to highly recommend the Astro A40s. I have no problem doing that. They're a great headset. They're expensive, $250. But if you're really looking to step up to the next level, I think this MixAmp is really where it's at. You know, you can stream with it. You can mix your music with your video gaming on it. You know, it's just so versatile that it really makes a big difference. I think the headset sounds great. It's comfortable. The microphone isn't the best quality out there, but it has its benefits. You know, everything about it I really enjoy. So that's going to do it for this review. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
This is a sound check with the 2015 edition Astro A40 microphone.